Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do a little sit down style video. I got my glasses on and I'm ready to talk to you guys. I know this one hurts. Why you're having a hard time building your clientele. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ophelia Kilby. I am a master brow artist and educator, and I also have my own brand called Arch Brows, which just came out June 4th. Check it out if you guys are interested in. And I've built my six-figure brow business not once, not twice, but 3 times. So I know a thing or two about building a clientele. If you guys are interested in learning how to build your clientele, keep on watching. Super excited to talk to you guys about building a clientele because I was channel to be more than just tutorials. I wanted to actually help you guys how to grow in the beauty industry because at the end of the day, your skills could be top notch. Your marketing and client experience isn't there. You're not gonna grow your clientele as fast as you'd like to. So you have to have a little bit of everything to be successful in the industry. Point number 1, being good at brows isn't enough. So people need to know you exist. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you are not posting your work every single day, people aren't gonna know you exist. I know it's scary at first to post your work, especially if you feel like your skills aren't 100% where they want to be, but that's okay. You have to suck long enough to get better. When I first started posting my work was not that great. I can even insert some of the pictures up here. My work sucked. It was not good. But that's why I kept my prices a little bit on the lower end so that I can get my practice in there. I know for some people it's scary to put yourself on social media, but you have to be seen. People need to know you exist. Attention is currency nowadays, and it sucks because back in the day you used to be able to just put your ad in like the newspaper or something like that, but now there's so many people in this industry and there's so many videos out there that if you're not posting yourself, you're gonna get washed out. Like, people aren't gonna know you exist. Good content. So make sure that you show yourself. Like, who are you? What do you stand for? What are your business values? What does your work look like? Why do you do what you do? There's so many different kinds of content that you can create in this industry that will help you grow. So number 1, make sure that you post yourself, you post your work. If you really want to start getting your work out there, you're going to have to post. You're going to have to get over the fear of being seen. And trust me when I tell you that I was terrified of speaking on camera, and I'm still not even that good at recording. It isn't what it seems on the outside, you know? I mess up, I stutter when I'm creating the videos, but at the end of the day, you have to just put yourself in a position to fail and to just practice talking on camera, to practice being on camera, and to practice your work. Talking point number 2, you have to get models. One thing that I've noticed is when you're first starting out, your books aren't going to be super busy, which is fine. But if you're not busy, make yourself busy. If you have to reach out to people in your area. So what I would do is I would go through like other beauty professionals followers lists, which, I mean, you're not trying to steal clients. So like, at least that's not what I do. I don't want to take from anybody. If somebody comes to me, it's because they like my work. But you can go to somebody that doesn't intertwine with the same specialty. So for example, if you're a brow artist, then you can go to a lash artist Instagram followers list, or a med spa, or just find girls that like being done up and being in the beauty industry. And then you find some girls that you feel like would fit the type of video that you're trying to create, whether you're a lash artist, a brow artist, whatever it is. Then you want to reach out to them. I would reach out to like 15 to 20 models a day. And sometimes people don't answer you, especially in the beginning, which is fine. Like, you just have to shoot your shot. Know that at the end of the day, one person's going to get back to you if you are that consistent and you just constantly you kind of got to spam people a little bit, which is fine because as they say in sales, it's just a numbers game, baby. You literally just have to reach out to as many people as possible. To them, you could even get ChatGPT to write you a prompt and be like, hey, like, I want to get some models. What's a cute little DM I could send? Good lighting, you could just use your iPhone, honestly. I could even link some of the lights that I like to use. So like if you have like a Cosmo glow light, or you can, actually, you know what? Let me show you guys what lighting I use so that you guys can use it as well. It's a little bit pricey, but I use Afterpay. I used to use Afterpay a lot in the beginning because I did not have the money to be paying for everything. And this is just me being so for real with you guys. I did not have the money to be paying for a lot of this stuff, but you just use, I used Afterpay. And sometimes if you can get like a business loan just to start you off with, that would be great too, so that you can advance your quality. But to record my models, I use my iPhone 16 Pro. It's honestly, I feel like I like my iPhone 16 Pro a lot better sometimes than some of the cameras that I have. And then let me just go right here. I'm going to show you guys actually. Let me take you on a tour of the salon. So I turn on my lights at the top. And then I have this. I got this from Temu actually. And I'll link this down below for you guys as well. It's just like one of these right here. And then you can put it up on the wall. And then this is the newer light. When I used to do makeup, I used to use this light all the time, and I love how it looks on camera. But yeah, I would use this light right here, and then it's just not in your way, and you can use the tripod to just record. But yeah, you guys want to make sure that you have good lighting. That is like your top priority. Get your models good lighting and get a good tripod. I personally really like this tripod right here. I'm going to link it down below as well. I got most of the stuff from Amazon actually. So I'll be able to link that all down below for you guys. Models. And you want to take as many models as possible in the beginning. And I'm telling you guys, it'll help you guys bring in more business instantly. You have models and you have a few clients coming back in. Now what? Your work gets them through the door. So once you get your work to a good place and you feel confident, a little bit more confident in it, you've done your models and you're getting people in the door. Now what? Your work will get them in the door, but your client experience will keep them. It's easier to keep the clients you have than bringing in new clients. When I tell you that my goal, when every single person that comes in the door, I want to give them the best experience that they've ever had in their life. They do not have a better experience than anywhere else they've been in. I will beat myself up for the rest of the day. And I truly believe this is what's helped me grow my clientele so quickly. So when people walk in the door, greet them with a smile. Make sure that when you come into your job, you're dressed up, like you look cute. Because if you look crazy, they're gonna unconsciously, they're gonna think, not that they're gonna think less of you, but they're not gonna view you as like this professional. If you're in your pajamas and you have a bun, you don't have makeup on, that's what's gonna happen. People are gonna just view you as just another brow artist, just another lash artist. It's just not professional. So when people walk in the door, the first thing that they view is your space, how it smells, how you look, and how you present yourself. Dress the way you want to be addressed. If your goal is to grow a big business and be the owner of a big salon, even if you just have a suite right now, dress like the part and eventually you'll get there. Trust me when I tell you this. If you want to go in a suit, right, and have your makeup done and look super cute, that's the first thing people are going to look, right? So that is why I invested so much money into the way my salon looks. When people walk in the door, it is expensive at first, but I honestly just used business loans and stuff like that because it's so incredibly important. So as soon as people walk in the door, if you look good, right? Because people are looking to you for a beauty service. You need to look good. That's just the reality of it. You need to look good. Your space needs to be clean. What type of music are you playing? What type of vibe you have to write down the type of vibe that you want to put out to your clients. Is it a fun vibe? Is it a relaxing vibe? Is it a professional vibe? What type of brand do you want to build an experience for your client? When they think of your shop and they think of you, what do they associate themselves with when it comes to you? For example, when people walk in, I wanted a luxury sort of vibe. So I got this because it's giving luxury and I think it's super cute. And then I got some cute little chairs and stuff like that. You don't have to go all out in the beginning. You could just work with what you have. I bought most of these things on Amazon, and this I got from Facebook Marketplace. So you just gotta work. You gotta be bougie on a budget, as Cardi B says. You literally gotta be bougie on a budget. You gotta work with what you have in the beginning. And as you grow, you can invest in more expensive things. But when they walk in, they get the vibes. They're like, oh my God, this is such a nice place. The girl is so cute. She's got her hair done. She's got her makeup done. She's got her outfit done. And that's already gonna set like a really good first impression. All right. Now they walk in. What do? You greet them with a smile. You're going to be like, hey. Like, first off, people respond really well to their first name, okay? Their first name is the most familiar thing that people are, like, people just feel comfortable when you call them by their name. If her name is Alyssa, say, hi, Alyssa. How are you? So nice to meet you. Say, hi, Alyssa. So nice to meet you. Can I get you a water? Can I get you, if you want to bring, like, have snacks, you know? Make them feel good. Hi, Alyssa, how are you? My name is Ophelia. It's so nice to meet you. And then let's just say they booked for a brow lamination, you know? So I see that you booked a brow lamination today. You don't know if this person has ever gotten the service before, what they're looking for. Your client consultation needs to be so in-depth that they feel like they get you, you get them, they trust you, and they don't want to go anywhere else, because that's the goal. You want people to trust you so much that they will wait for you 2 or 3 months. They rather wait for you 2 to 3 months than go somewhere else. That is how you build loyal clients, and that is literally something that it is priceless. It truly is. People will follow you anywhere you go because they trust you, because they know you have good intentions. You love what you do. I'm sure most of you guys love what you do. So just pour all that love into your clients when they walk in. So the second thing I do is I have a very thorough consultation. When they come in, I'll be like, okay, you're getting a brow lamination done. Have you ever gotten this service done before? Sometimes they'll be like, oh no, I haven't gotten this service done before. Or yes, they got their service done, right? Then you want to explain in depth what you're doing to them, because most of the time people will book appointments and they won't even know what they're booking. So if they're booking a brow lamination or a lash set, just be like, hey, you're booking this. And then tailor the service to the client. So when they come in, you have to be like, okay, and you have to be able to customize and tailor each service to your client. So when people come in, for example, if someone has a lot of like a brow service, always be honest. Always, always, always give your professional opinion to everybody that walks in. So if somebody comes in and they're like, they have a lot of like a very, very bushy brow, but they don't like their brows super dark, I will be honest with them and be like, hey, we could do a lamination, but you booked for a tint. I just don't think you need one. Book for a full set, volume full set. But they a lot of lashes and they don't want their lashes super full. Just be like, hey, you have a lot of lashes going on here. Maybe we should try something a little bit on the lighter end so it's not too full for you. And you always want to ask as many questions as possible. So what I do is I'll ask them, like, what are you expecting from the service today? Have you ever gotten this done? Do you use any retinols or any sort of exfoliants? What don't you like? So always try to figure out what the client doesn't like opposed to what they do like, because I want to avoid doing anything that they might not like. That is my number one priority. Then I'll ask them what type of style that they want and if it's even possible for them. So having good integrity and always being super honest will get you extremely far in the long run, because you should always be super genuine and honest with people. And if something doesn't work for them, then not try to upsell them just for money purposes. Then that's another thing that's super important in business. You need to have good standards for yourself and just try to be as genuine and honest with the people that come in, because at the end of the day, they're spending money on you and you want them to trust you. You don't want them to just come in for another service. And when they come in, make conversation with them. Try to make them feel good, you know? Don't become best friends with your clients, because at the end of the day, they're your clients. So like it can get a little messy sometimes if, people feel a little too comfortable with you. So give them a good experience and make sure that they walk out feeling 10 times better than what they walked in. And another thing too is give your clients a space to feel comfortable enough to tell you if they don't like something. Because sometimes I'll notice people will come in and just to make you happy because they feel bad, they'll say, oh, I love it, when they really don't. If you get an inkling of your client not liking what you did, just be like, hey, listen, be honest. I'm here to serve you and you only. So if you don't like something, I'm so happy. I'm more than happy to change it for you. You let people walk out the door like, oh yeah, she said she's happy. So no, I want to make sure that she's genuinely happy. That's like my number one goal. You want to make sure your client is 100% happy when they walk out the door and they had a 10 out of 10 experience. That is what's going to keep people coming back. All right, talking point number 3. Hope I'm making sense for all you guys. So if you guys have any questions or if I'm confusing you, make sure you comment down below and I will try to answer everybody to the best of my ability. Consistency will beat talent any day of the week, okay? If you are extremely talented, it doesn't matter if you're the most talented artist in the world, if you are not consistent, you'll flop. That's just the reality of it. You must stay consistent with everything, even when you do want to give up, okay? When you're running a business, this is just me being so for real with you guys. You will face yourself every single day. You will want to give up every single day. You won't want to get up and create videos. You won't want to get up and go the extra mile, but you have to. It's just the reality of it. I always tell everybody, would you rather work for someone else for the rest of your life? If that is something that you want, go for it. There is nothing wrong with working for somebody else. But this video is made for the girls who want to grow their business and who want to build a thriving business, who want to have all the clients coming in, who don't want to be worried about do this part-time just to like get to another goal, okay? So this is for the girls who really want to just grow their business. They're tired of people not rebooking and they want to know what they might be doing wrong and they really, really want it, okay? So if you really, really want it, you must stay consistent. There's just no other word for it. Even when you don't see the results in front of you, have to keep going, okay? So I'm gonna give you some examples. When I first started, I was not seeing the results right away. I mean, it took me a year to build my business to what it is, and it's still growing. You have your ups, you have your downs, but you can't get discouraged because you're not getting the results that you want when you want them. I personally have a tremendous amount of faith in God, and believing in something higher than yourself helped me tremendously, because I always say, I'm not getting the results that I want today because I'm not ready for them. There must be something that I am not okay mentally. I am not okay with my life circumstances. It could be anything. I'm not where I want to be because I'm not the person that deserves that. And that's just the reality of it. I mean, I just launched my product line and I have my education line, right? And that's okay. We have our whole life ahead of us. I feel like a lot of us start in this industry and we want results right away, but without consistency, it won't happen. Make sure you're optimizing your time as much as possible, whether you're starting off with just part-time for now and you're slowly building it up, or you're going full throttle into it. I went full throttle into it. I quit my job and I had $0 in my bank account. And I put myself in a position where I had no choice but to keep going. That's just what works for me. It's a very stressful situation to be put in. And if that works for you, then go for it, girl. If it doesn't, and you want to be like, okay, I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to do this part time and see where it goes. Then you could do that too. But personally, what worked for me was just going full throttle into it. I want 100% of the results. I'm going to go 100% in. That's just what worked. Take out your notebook. And I want you guys to write down what days can I do content, right? And what days am I going to take clients? If right now you don't have a lot of clients, then you could just put your models in the days that you're working. That's fine. Especially if you're doing this part-time and you have another job, then just take models that way. And I want you guys to post every single day. Okay, so you need to learn some editing. I use CapCut. You can use CapCut to edit your content, and then record the whole process. Get a few clips of you so you guys can post every single day as much as you can. So if you can post 3 times a week, 2 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever works. The more you can post, the more attention you're gonna get. You're writing down your schedule and that you're organized so that you can stay as consistent as possible for the longest amount of time without crashing out. We all have our crash out moments sometimes, and that's okay because it happens, but they're just emotions, right? They're just emotions. They come and they go. But you gotta make sure you're staying in a good headspace. Make sure you're eating right, going to the gym, work on yourself, make sure you feel good so that you can put out that energy into your business. Perfect in the beginning. You literally just have to suck over and over and over and over again until you get to a point where you're like, okay, my content's good, right? My content's great. I'm happy with it. It took me a long time and it's gonna take a while. It is totally okay. You just gotta stay consistent and you'll start seeing results. I can promise you. Talking point number 4. You wanna make sure you have automated text messages and emails through your booking site. I use Vagaro. I like Vagaro. It works for me. You want to do automated messages every 3 to 4 weeks or whenever people usually rebook. You want to do the automated messages and be like, hey girl, it's time for your rebook. Like, make sure you're staying on people's minds constantly. And I can almost guarantee you want to make sure you're rebooking every single person that walks in through that door, okay? Fake it till you make it, girl. I remember in the beginning, I would focus on giving your clients your good experience, you're consistent, and when they walk out this door, they feel so great. They're so happy with the results. You want to make sure you're rebooking them as soon as they leave. Like, I literally always say to my clients in the beginning, I would be like, hey, like, I'm booking up super fast. So I'm going to put you in. Don't even ask them, because when you ask them, most of the times, especially in the beginning, they might say no. And this takes a little bit of practice because you have to say it very confidently. You know, I'm booking up pretty quickly right now. I have this day available, and this is the time that usually I would recommend you coming back just to upkeep the service because I know you loved it so much and I wouldn't want you to miss out on it. So let's book you into the system. I have 1 p.m. available. And if you need to reschedule, just let me know. Oh, well, I got to check my schedule. And this doesn't work for everybody, but this works for most people. If they're like, oh, I just got to check my schedule, you know, I don't know if I can come that day, just be like, that's fine. What day works best for you? I have weekends available, or I can try to make it work for you. Always try to make it work for people. And you always want to make sure you're rebooking clients before they leave. That is the number one most important thing. I know I said that the number one thing is very important, but all these things are important. Even your models too, just offer them a referral service. You can offer them a referral service. You can rebook them. Just be like, hey girl, if you really liked it, I can give you, I can give you 50% off next time you come in if you refer a friend or something like that. So you want to make sure you're booking as many people as possible, and that's going to keep your books full. And with your models too, make sure you're getting reviews. Okay, so you want to reach out to the models and be like, hey, I'm a newer business owner and it would really help me find more clients like you if you could just leave us a review. It would mean the world to me. Just be completely honest. And yeah, most of the time people leave reviews, and reviews really, really help clients. They help build your business. Reviews are so important. So you want to make sure you have your reviews, you're consistent with your models, you rebook your clients, and you give them an astounding experience to make them want to come back to you. And then talking point number 5. This is probably the most important one. Your mindset to growing this. If you really want to do this, commit to having a good mindset. Instead of viewing things in a perspective where you're like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why don't I build my client? Why aren't my clients coming in? Why are this? Why are that? If you don't have any clients, go book models. If you're having a bad day, go to the gym. Go do something productive. If you are in a bad headspace, help yourself. Always, always, always try to stay in a positive headspace, because giving up is not an option. I always tell my students, you cannot give up. If you really want this the way you say you do, you cannot give up. This is your dream. Go for it. Don't give up. Stay consistent and keep working at it every single day. Even if you can only give 20% one day, that's okay. Give yourself grace and keep keep going. Even when you feel like you can't keep going anymore, you have to. It always works out. And remember that failure is just a learning opportunity. It's not really failure. Okay, so you'll get 10 no's before you get 1 yes. Be honest with you guys, because I feel like a lot of the times people glamorize owning a business online. The reality of it is the bigger you grow, the more work, the more challenges. You're constantly evolving. Owning a business and being an entrepreneur and having a beauty business, I feel like because we're in the beauty industry, it's all like happy, sunshine and rainbows, beauty, but it's not. It's a lot of hard work. And I know that every single person watching this is capable of more than they even realize. But you will never know how capable you are until you put yourself in the position to do it. So making sure your mindset is as positive as possible. We all have our days. It's okay to feel sad sometimes and feel discouraged, but as long as you get back up and you keep going, you're gonna be fine. You got this, and I know you can do it. If any of these tips helped you in any way, and if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment down below. If you guys want to see more of these sort of style videos, I really love talking to you guys and helping you guys get through these tough moments in the beginning, because I know they're rough and I've been there before. So if I can help you guys in any way, if you stay to the end, I just want to say thank you so much for listening, and I really hope this helped you, truly. And I hope everybody has a beautiful day watching this. If you guys are interested in taking any one-on-one classes with me for brow lamination and tinting, or if you guys are interested in trying any of the products that I link down below, so we have mapping string, tinting brushes, or concealer palette, which is just Chef's Kiss. It's one of my favorite products on there. Make sure you check it down below, and make sure you follow our socials. We do a lot of educational content. And until next time, thank you all for watching, and I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.